Hi everybody, this is Ellman, the blue collar investor, with today's covered call writing question of the day, which comes from Mohammed of Chicago Ridge, Illinois. I just read Encyclopedia for covered call writing twice, and I am amazed at the valuable material in this book. Thank you, Mohammed. Appreciate that. You mention in the book that the blue collar investor produces a premium report every week of the contract cycle. What is the wisdom in keeping a watch list in the last 2 weeks of the contract cycle, since the time value is falling off the cliff and it's impossible to sell options in the last 2 weeks and make money? Well, Mohammed, you make an outstanding point relating to the time value component of the premium and how quickly that erodes at the end of a contract cycle. Let's take a look at a screenshot of what a chart of that time value would look like. And as you can see, it does dramatically fall off a cliff at the end of the cycle. And that makes generating any kind of significant profit difficult, but not impossible. And what we would look at, if we did need to use the watch list at the end of the cycle, we look to find stocks whose options had a very high implied volatility, and also we probably have to stay with at-the-money strike prices. Now, let's decide when we might need the watch list in the last 2 weeks of the contract cycle. And this would be related to situations when we're going to be employing exit strategies, which is such a critical part of the BCI methodology. So one of those strategies might be converting dead money to cash profits. And that's where we basically had it with the stock. We want to close our position because the price is going down. We buy back the option, we sell the stock, and now we have all this cash in our account. Well, what we do is we take a look at our watch list. We see if there are any equities that we like that can generate even 1 to 2% for the remaining 2 weeks of the cycle. And then we use the cash from that sold stock to start a new income stream in the same contract cycle. Another situation might be when the price of the stock goes very high. And when that happens, the time value approaches zero, and we can buy back the option and close our position at virtually no cost to us. This is called the mid-contract unwind exit strategy, and it's detailed in my books and DVDs. In that case, once again, we take the cash from the sold stock, we look at our watch list, and we look to see if there are any equities that can generate 1 to 2% in the last 2 weeks of the cycle. Now there's one more exit strategy where this can come in handy, having the watch list in the last 2 weeks of the cycle. And that is when the price of the stock is above the strike price, we may want to consider rolling the option to the following month and keeping our stock. Now there are 2 things we want to know in this case. Number 1, is this stock still an eligible candidate? And number 2, is there an upcoming earnings report in the next month? Because if there is, then that stock is no longer eligible. So as you can see on the screenshot in front of you right now, one of the things and one of the information points that we provide in our premium reports is the projected earning report dates. And as you can see on the slide in front of you right now, those stocks that have earnings reports due out in the current month are highlighted in the gold rows. So you know they're not eligible in the current month. And then we will give you the earnings report dates, or at least those projected dates, so you'll know whether or not that stock is eligible in the next month as well. So as you can see, although the report is most valuable and most often used on or around expiration Friday, we do have use for it in the last 2 weeks of the cycle. And that's why I have members of my team working very, very hard to produce these reports for our members every single week of every single contract cycle. So Mohammed, thanks for your interest in the BCI methodology and for the question you asked. And thanks to all of you out there for watching this video. As always, this is Ellman, the blue collar investor. Take care, everybody.